Hi, Moof. So, I did a 10 card spread on your past, present, future, your dreams and subconscious, challenges, and the outcome. Um, and I pulled an additional 2 cards for the overall feel of the spread. So, yeah. Alright, I hope you enjoy, and let's get started with it. So, before I get into the actual spread, the 2 cards I pulled for the overall feeling of the spread was the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is all about a rapid, fast moving, like kind of chaotic change. It's like, it's not something where it's like totally like turns your world upside down. It's just like one thing after the other. Like it could be like digital as well, so like rapid text messages or like little rapid like things coming in like at a rapid pace, kind of just everything hitting you at once a little bit. And then the one next to that, we have the Hangman, and this is like taking on a new perspective and breaking free of long-lasting habits. It's kind of just having your world turned upside down, or be like being hung up about something. Um, so yeah, so these are the 2 like overall feelings of the spread before we go in. All right, cool. So your first card, we got here, if I can pick it up, is the Seven of Cups. And the placeholder for it, it represents the present moment. So this is what is happening to you right now. The Seven of Cups is all about being a daydreamer, having kind of just like living in an illusion, kind of having too many choices, not enough action, not knowing what you want. You could be having vivid dreams right now. It's kind of just like everything just seems like you're kind of just numb, I guess. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you're in a fantasy land. You're just daydreaming every day, and like you can't really get a hold of like your reality. Um, so the reason that was the card placed right on top of it, which is your challenge card. Um, and that is kind of why you're feeling the way you're feeling, is because of this card. And this card is the Moon card. So the Moon card represents facing deepest fears and dreams. Pay attention to your nightmares. You're being pulled like kind of into the dark, or someone's putting you in the dark about something. Um, it's things from your past that you're trying to ignore. So this could be like those deep waters, from your childhood, or from something really traumatic that happened to you that you're not working through and you're not facing. So it's definitely an introspective card. You have to really go deep inside of yourself to those fearful places you don't want to visit, and you kind of just have to like confront your inner demons and really work through it, because this is one of the most powerful cards in the deck, and it's your challenge. So the universe doesn't give you a challenge unless it thinks you're ready. And by the looks of the rest of the spread, you just came to the end of a chapter, and there's these chaotic changes happening in your life, and you're kind of just being thrown upside down, and like, but this is the end of like a time for you, like a really important chapter, and it's time for you to start a new path. But you need to do what this is saying. You really need to work through something troubling you that's deeper than just surface stuff. Um, okay, so moving on, we have card 4, or card 3, sorry. So card 3 is your past. So this is the card that kind of led up to these 2 cards. So the Crown card is about everything coming together at long last. It's a completion of a cycle and the beginning of a bold new adventure. It doesn't necessarily have to be a happy ending, but an ending that was necessary and all part of your life path. The universe, God, whoever the fuck you want to thank, had this plan for you. So whatever kind of just ended, or what is still maybe in the process of ending, and maybe you're getting a little backlash from it, this was supposed to happen. So, it's a beginning of a bold new adventure. You're starting a brand new path. Like, even though you're kind of in limbo right now, this is the beginning of the first chapter. And the first chapter is getting through this subconscious fear. So, okay. So, your 5th card we have here is the 3 of Swords. No, fourth card. Oh my gosh, God, I'm all over the place. So the fourth card, which is the future card. So this is the card you're gonna get if you choose to ignore, um, kind of facing those inner demons of yours. This is what your immediate future is going to hold. Um, and the Three of Swords is all about pain and hurt and kind of just someone piercing your heart, um, jealousy. It could have to do with a love triangle. Um, so this is saying if you don't admit the loss, like if you don't say, okay, I lost in this situation, like this wasn't for me, like then you'll continue to ache, like you'll continue to be heartbroken. You need to just face the facts and just be like, this was it. Like, because if you don't, like, you will end up heartbroken, like a literal sword piercing your heart. Like, this is one of the few cards that like represent like pure, utter, like just pain and hurt. So, um, really heed the advice of the spread. You don't have to, but it's definitely admit the losses that have come to you. You closed that chapter and really start to really focus on yourself. Like external things will come after you fix the internal things. So, yeah. Okay. If I can count, which I can. The next card is your fifth card, which is your as above card. So you got the devil card. The as above card is all about your dreams and aspirations into relationship, what is happening right now. So this is kind of what's just kind of consuming you a little bit in your waking life. This is more of like your thoughts day to day, and it's kind of just like taking up a lot of headspace. So the devil card. So don't be scared. Everybody gets scared. Devil card is a friend, but he's just he heeds a good warning. Like he's here to help you. So the devil card has to do with being chained to a situation or a person, an obsession of some sort, a temptation, dark impulses. It could be like you felt burnt by somebody. It could have to do with some kind of addiction, maybe forming, or just addicted to a person or a thought, or it could be addicted to work, or some kind of habit. That it could be drinking, it could be drugs, but it could be like social media. It could be something in your life like that, but something you're just chained to. It could have to do with manipulating others, or others manipulate, or you're being manipulated by somebody else. All of those things kind of play a factor into the devil card. He just definitely heeds a warning. This card is represented by Capricorn energy, so that's definitely something to look out for there. Oh, the other cards, your future card, the one with the heartbreak, represented by Libra. The moon card, the one with the traumatic things to get through, is represented by Pisces energy. And then the card where you're at right now with the illusions and living in that fantasy life is a Scorpio energy. Okay. So moving on to number 6. So you got the resurrection card. So this one is all about your subconscious actions, which play a role in the experience that's happening right now. So this is your subconscious. The subconscious cards is always a positive card because your subconscious is always on your side. That's your inner being, that's your soul, that's, just your spirit. It's just who you are as a person. And your subconscious is the resurrection card. And that's all about it. It's time to evolve. It's time to become anything you want. It's a deeper connection to your higher self. And an ability to become a new you. So not only is your soul saying, hey, this is your moment, become whatever you want right now. Like, I know it's shitty and I know you got things to work through, but like, this is the payoff for this is so great. Like, as you're working on yourself, you're building towards a completely different Serena. Like somebody, just like new phone, who dis? Like, you're just a completely, just on a completely different vibration, different level of being. So universe has got your back. It's just it's you. You have to take the right steps to accomplish that. So Okay. So the next card is card number 7, and it is the Ten of Discs. This card represents you. This card is Virgo energy. I believe you are a Virgo. I think. Yeah. Anyway. So this card literally in the spread represents you and what you stand for and kind of who you are, despite kind of what's going on. Um, so this card's all about, living out your legacy, like kind of just, keeping your family close, balancing home and work. Um, you really love to give, and I feel like you're a really giving person. Whether you've kind of fell off of that or haven't discovered yet, I feel like you'll get a lot of pleasure out of doing for others and not really expecting anything in return, like kind of being the mom or like kind of just being that friend that's always there. um, that gives you a lot of pleasure and fulfillment in your life. And I feel like when you do that, it'll put you on your path. Like whether it's like, what you do for a living is, plan weddings, and that's like you're doing that for somebody, and you're like helping that vision come to life, and seeing the glow on their face when they, walk in the room, or like just something like that. Like I feel like giving is a huge part of you, but it's also, saying that don't be afraid to accept either. But I feel like this is a really great card to have. It says a lot about really who you are as a person. Okay, so the card after that is the Empress, and the Empress has to do with your uh, your external influences. So your external influences is um, just the external like forces which push and pull your conscious attention, and beyond that you feel like is out of your control. So the Empress is a motherly energy, could represent a mother card, also could represent pregnancy. In this case, I do not believe it represents either, but the literal translation for the Empress card is taking care of yourself and using that motherly energy to really take care of yourself, like on the outside and on the inside. It's just like nurturing yourself and putting yourself, kind of first, like your health, your just well being. Like go for a run. Like really take care of yourself. Meditate. Like start eating better. Like putting things into your body. Like do a face mask. Like do a hair mask. Like just do things to really pamper yourself and really like take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Um, uh, this card in particular in this spot represents kind of the answer to the challenge card. So these two cards are connected. Um, so with the, traumatic stress and stuff, and like all these things that you kind of have to like go to those like those deep waters of your fears, it's saying to really take care of yourself. So like taking care of yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, I feel like it'll aid in the help of really discovering who you are and kind of dealing with that. And once you deal with that, there's the resurrection where the universe is like, hey, new person, like new phone, who dis, remember? But yeah. So, the next card is the 9th card, which is your hopes or fears. So, depending on if it's a positive card or a negative card. So, this card is the 3 of Cups, which is represented by Cancer energy. So, the 3 of Cups represents kind of just overabundance. So, I'll do it on both wings. So, if it was a fear, this represents going out and kind of partying too much, or or finding things to celebrate for no reason, like, oh, I had a shitty day at work, can we all just go get drunk tonight? Or just surrounding yourself, this could be running with a wrong crowd that like to do things, that like to indulge. It could be friends that always want to spend mad money, just always want to have extravagant dinners, but it's like a constant, it's kind of what you're surrounding yourself with. So if this was a fear, it would be, too much socializing, too much partying, too much putting yourself out there, too much of just like indulging and just kind of getting wrapped up in the party life. So that would be a fear. If it was a hope, the hope would be to spend more time with friends, to spend more time going out, get out of your shell, um, like don't stay inside all the time. Like let yourself have wiggle room, let yourself, express yourself and go out and, go, let loose once in a while. So depending on your situation, this is the card you kind of have to decide what it represents to you, whether it's, get out of your shell or, stop partying all the time. So it's that one is you. And this aids in helping the moon card. So like everything's really connected. So great news. Your final outcome card. So if it stays on the path that it's on, and it's saying if you use, all the tools that the universe is giving you to really get through this roadblock, if you accomplish that, what you have is the Strength card. So the Strength card is one of the most powerful cards in the entire deck. You got this as your final outcome card. So this is all about, seizing that inner strength, and it's just strength that just radiates like off of you. It just comes from within, and it's just everywhere. It's like you're illuminated. You have mental strength, so like strength to say no, strength to speak up, strength to fight for what you believe in. It's strength, it's physical strength, it's strength to get out of bed in the morning and stretch, do yoga, like really like work yourself, and then strength to just keep a positive attitude it's just like when you're at work, or to make the right decisions, to put something into your body, or to say no about something that makes you uncomfortable. And it's to really fight to get on your path to be part of that dream that you want so bad. So this is like, it's giving you that strength, and it's saying like, hey, it's here, it's yours. You just got to get through these steps. So yeah, it's really exciting. I love this for you. This is really cool. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hi, I'm over here. And yeah, let me know what you think. My advice is to follow what the spread said. So I hope it resonated with you. And if it did, please let me know. Thanks. Okay, peace.